Come and join us in the lounge. All are welcome here.
Okay, so obviously we're looking at, of course, California, but New York right now, it looks like Mamdani is struggling a little bit with his socialism, right? Now, you've spent some time in New York.
Right.
And tell me what your thoughts are with this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, Mamdani was elected based on his ideology, I think, and the way that people feel about him. And they're not thinking about him performing an actual job. And I think that's one of the main things, is that people go into a voting booth and they look at somebody and they think, oh, this person will look really good on a poster, or, you know, on a stamp, or whatever it is that will represent their ideology and make them feel good. But the problem is that they're not thinking like a hiring manager for a job. They're not thinking, the voter needs to think like a hiring manager, because you are hiring somebody to do a particular job that's very important, and it affects a lot of people. And what we've seen now is that Mamdani got so much support because he is Muslim and all this, you know, feel good stuff. But the thing is that he's failing. He's failing hard, and he doesn't know how to budget. He doesn't know how to budget his city budget. And he's now having to ask for money from the governor. And his only way of solving the problem that he's gotten himself into with the budget crisis is for a bailout from the state. And the governor is like, I don't think so, because the state is bigger than just New York City.
You think it's a budget problem or maybe a spending problem?
Yeah, well, the budget problem is definitely you either spend too much or you don't raise enough money. So right now, this guy is in a raise enough money, like, save me, throw more money at me. No, the smart thing he should have done from the get-go was get rid of all of these feel-good programs and pie in the sky, free buses, free rent for, you know, apartments, subway, all of this stuff that just sounds good. And it makes people want to elect you, but it's not going to translate. It's not going to translate and keep the budget where it is. Now, I mean, you have a budget, and the reason is you have a budget is because that's how it works. That's the way the city works. And if you don't have the money to pay people lose their jobs. Businesses go out of business. People lose their jobs. Now they can't pay for anything. And you've got homeless people that are just multiplying because businesses are closing. People are leaving. People are losing their jobs. And there's nothing that can be done at this point except for a cash infusion. And that's what Mamdani is praying for.
Now, one thing is, when you're voting, we all think we're voting for president that's going to change our lives. That's the least life-changing vote that you're ever going to make. What you want to do is start local, the city council. That's if you have traffic problems or potholes or something that's not going wrong, like within, you know, your local drive, start at city council, and city council will reach out to your district and then to the Senate and then at least to your mayor. And then that reaches out to the federal level of your local representatives, you know, your senators. And then that reaches to the governor as well. And the governor can, you know, convey to the Senate. But if you really want something to change, I've had some good experience with interviewing a lot of the local, and when I was in Corpus, a lot of the local players there, and they could make things change very quickly, you know, as far as locally. Even if it's just, hey, we don't want this here, or we would like this changed. You know, things can happen with phone calls. Once you get to, you know, the bloated level of bureaucracy, you know, things can get a little out of hand. But Mamdani is at a level of, he's still local, and he's making horrible decisions, which I hope he still does, although I feel for the people in New York. But I hope that he still keeps making them, because New York will turn red in a heartbeat. Look across your map and look at the states and even the cities within those states that are doing well, that everyone's pretty much, they're on the right track, and look at the color of the states and the cities. Are they blue or are they red? I think California may be turning red within 8 years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think Spencer Pratt may be the next governor or the next mayor of LA because of the battle that's going on right now in that election. And we'll see. Hopefully that would be great. But getting back to New York, it is such a great place. It's just amazing. I mean, the lore of it and the just.
You spent a lot of time in New York,
Yes.
right? Didn't you do like a fashion thing there?
I have done 5 New York Fashion Weeks. My manufacturer for my handbags for about 5 years was located in New York. I spent a lot of time. Once a month, I would fly up to New York, at least once a month, to meet with my manufacturer and do stuff. And then I spent a lot of time during the Fashion Weeks, which is twice a year. And I'd spend a week at least. So New York is very dear to my heart. And it just breaks my heart to see it just go into shambles. People are admitting that they're on the subway platform. Girls are being interviewed and saying that they don't feel safe on the subway. You see these hoodlums, these kids jumping over the turnstiles, not paying for the fare for the subway.
Who do you think the last best mayor was, and which one made a difference? There's a right answer.
Yeah. Oh, there's a majorly right answer. It's got to be Rudy Giuliani. Giuliani came in, cleaned it up, got rid of the rats, got rid of the trash. He made the trash get picked up on time. He got rid of all of the rodents that were causing terror and stuff, especially for the
And graffiti.
Yeah, the graffiti and just the overall appearance. I mean, you've got to be proud of your city. You got to be proud of what you're getting into every day. And you see dirt and graffiti all over your subway cars. No, the best thing that Giuliani did was make everybody think and feel comfortable and safe. And especially after 9/11, he was the man for that job at that time.
What do you think the future is going to be of New York? Do you think they're going to stay with this nonsense? Do you think they're going to shape up? And I mean, really, all you need is all that's happening right now is everything Trump said was going to happen. And I'm not pumping Trump right now, but it is true. It is not a good idea to turn the biggest revenue center in the United States into a socialist economy, because it doesn't work. You can't. And then you go, because what socialism does is then they go to daddy for, I need some money. And so they're going to Albany now and saying, we've under budgeted, which is just code for we've been spending like crazy. He hadn't even been in office that long. No. And yet here we are, and it's like, this is impossible. How can we possibly run a city like this? It's like, motherfucker, you're kind of like the one saying we can do this, and you're acting like you have no idea what you were getting into. And I think it's pretty apparent.
Well, what I've got to say, the last thing I'm going to say about this is Mamdani is absolutely a socialist. But the thing is, he's not a leader. The thing with socialism is you've got to have a leader that isn't a socialist. So think about it. The people that are in your government, the constituents that are like in a socialist society, they're the ones that go and ask mom and dad for money. But mom and dad have got to be strong and have money. And this is exactly what's happening. Mamdani is not mom or dad. Mamdani is a child. He's the child with his hand out going up to mommy, to the governor, asking for money. And that's not the kind of leader you want. He's not a leader. And that's perfectly clear.
Welcome to the lounge. It's the podcast
here. So bring a friend or two. We are the lounge lizards. Rodents and sheep are welcome. Lounge lizards.
It's the podcast you deserve.